cryptocurrency is a scam, cryptocurrency is a Ponzi scheme, why would you invest in a line of code? Cryptocurrency attracts a lot of skeptics, but the cryptocurrency market is worth trillions of dollars. So let's talk about why cryptocurrency is so valuable and why more and more people are choosing to invest in cryptocurrency. Earlier this year in March, I posted a video on TikTok that shared my commitment to learning as much as I could about cryptocurrency in 30 days, and the crypto journey became so popular that 30 days turned into 100 days, and if you haven't watched it yet, then that is a full hour and 40 minutes of TikToks just waiting for you. On day 19 of my crypto journey, I finally decided to invest around $6,000 into 7 different cryptocurrencies, and since then, my portfolio's seen about a 30% growth. Cryptocurrency investing makes a lot of people a lot of money depending on what they invest in and how the cryptocurrency market is performing at a given time. Granted, the crypto market is experiencing one of its best bull runs yet, but when I look at the growth of my crypto portfolio compared with the 1.2% interest rate on my bank account, I definitely feel really good about taking the plunge and investing. According to a YouGov survey sponsored by Kraken, 4 million Australians are predicted to purchase cryptocurrency by this time next year, with millennials and Gen Zs leading the pack. And of the cohort who said they're likely to purchase cryptocurrency in the next 12 months, 67% believes that cryptocurrency is a great alternate investment to property. Needless to say, the cryptocurrency market has boomed and is worth trillions of dollars, up from around $13 billion just 5 years ago. And Bitcoin is officially the best performing asset of the last decade, having made cumulative gains of over 20,000%. For comparison, the combined gains of the top 100 US companies between 2011 and 2021 is about 540%. It's no secret that there is huge investment value and potential in cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency investing makes a lot of people a lot of money depending on what they invest in and how the cryptocurrency market is performing at a given time. After all, the goal is to make money, not to lose money. One of the best lessons that I learned early on when it comes to investing in cryptocurrency is that the growth of the market depends on the scale of community involvement, which basically means that cryptocurrency is only valuable right now if other people are investing. Given that the cryptocurrency market is now worth over $2 trillion, I think it's safe to say that people are investing. But why? What is so appealing about cryptocurrency that has investors flocking in droves to buy a piece of the pie? In other words, what makes cryptocurrency so valuable? I'm Jordan, I spend my money on things that make me happy. Hit the like button if you like buttons and subscribe to see weekly videos. Now back to the video. It's not uncommon to hear people say that cryptocurrency is a scam or a Ponzi scheme. Why would you invest in a line of code? Even investing extraordinaire Warren Buffett has made it clear that he doesn't hold cryptocurrency and perhaps he never will. Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's business partner, even commented, "The whole damn development is disgusting and contrary to the interest of civilization." What some institutional investors may fail to realize and what many other investors appreciate is that the use case and demand for cryptocurrency in our current global financial environment extends far beyond its investment value, and we're going to talk about 2 of those use cases today. Use case number 1 is cryptocurrency for the unbanked. Globally, there are 1.7 unbanked adults in the world, meaning 1.7 billion people do not have access to a bank or a bank account. Most of the unbanked population reside in developing countries, and the majority of unbanked adults are women. In the 2017 Findex report released every 4 years, 2 of the most commonly cited reasons for why people remain unbanked was a lack of funds and the expense of owning a bank account. The report also noted that 22% of unbanked adults said that they live too far away from a bank to justify opening a bank account in the first place, and even with access to a bank, many unbanked people couldn't pass the baseline Know Your Customer or KYC identity checks required to open an account in the first place. The ability for unbanked people to improve their financial circumstances if they wanted the option is limited. Think about just how easily it is for you to send and receive funds and how differently your life would look if you didn't have a bank account. You couldn't take out a loan to buy a house, you couldn't online shop, and you definitely couldn't invest to grow your wealth. The somewhat good news is that of those 1.7 billion unbanked people, 1.1 billion people own a mobile phone and have access to the internet. And with internet access, anyone can create a cryptocurrency wallet through which to receive and send cryptocurrency funds without needing to go to a physical bank, complete KYC checks, or even set up a bank account. Instead of transferring funds using an account number, cryptocurrency wallets use wallet addresses. Now, let's take the example of someone who works overseas and wants to send money back home to their family members. An unbanked person can't receive those funds if they don't have a bank account, and so many people in this position might rely on money wiring services, which are expensive and slow. So if an unbanked person has access to the internet, however, they can set up a cryptocurrency wallet and receive crypto funds cheaply and immediately. Because the transaction is facilitated on a blockchain network that uses fast blockchain technology to ensure that cryptocurrency gets from person A to person B, there's no need for a bank and thus no delays or expensive transfer fees. And it gets better. In the world of decentralized finance, aka a world where banks and central financial authorities don't exist, there's an emerging ecosystem of applications that allow people to transact value. Take the examples of decentralized blockchain networks like Aave and Compound. People can borrow and lend cryptocurrency without needing to pass KYC checks or obtain a credit score. Decentralized finance could make obtaining a loan in the poorest parts of the world possible, which is virtually impossible with the current global financial system and banking infrastructure. Now, it's easy for me to sit here in the safety of these four walls in a first world country and say unbanked people only need access to the internet and voila, cryptocurrency will solve all of their problems, when in reality it looks much, much different. You're probably asking, well, how do they even get money converted into crypto if they don't have a bank account? And that's a fair question. There are a whole host of considerations: logistics, education, regional adoption, that will determine the use for cryptocurrency in the unbanked world. And this will take time, because bear in mind that cryptocurrency and applied uses for blockchain are still only around a decade old, but the potential is there. So that's use case number one. Cryptocurrency and decentralized finance give more people access to faster, cheaper, and more secure ways to exchange value without KYC requirements. The second use case for cryptocurrency is related to Bitcoin's investment value as a hedge against inflation. Inflation is when the price of goods and services increase over time and devalues the dollar and your purchasing power as a result. For example, something that would have cost you $1 in 1966 costs you around $14 now. And of course, Australia's standard of living has vastly improved since 1966, but the affordability of things and pressure to service big debts are real issues. Inflation is caused by a number of factors: consumer demand for goods and services, increased costs of production, pressure on global financial chains, increased money supply, and the list goes on. Senior economist Dean Baker puts it simply: inflation occurs when too much money is chasing too few goods and services. Just think about all that pressure on Amazon's production and global supply chains during COVID lockdown, when everyone was placing online orders. Demand goes up, price goes up, and inflation occurs as a result. The rate of inflation is high enough right now that if you left your savings in a bank account, you'd probably be losing money to inflation. That's a scary thought, and there's every possibility that inflation is about to get a whole lot worse. So, during these times of inflation and general economic uncertainty, where might people invest their money? One of the safest investments is gold. Gold has a high store of value, and this basically means that gold will always appreciate in value over time, and it will remain relatively stable in value during periods of inflation and economic uncertainty. What does this have anything to do with cryptocurrency? Well, many investors believe that Bitcoin has a high store of value just like gold. That's why you may have heard Bitcoin be referred to as digital gold. Let's quickly explore how and why Bitcoin has a high store of value like gold. In March 2019, a person who goes by Plan B published an article titled "Modeling Bitcoin Value with Scarcity," and in the article, Plan B posits that Bitcoin's price movement is similar to gold. Why? Gold is a scarce asset and Bitcoin is also a scarce asset, and this relative scarcity is what drives demand for assets like gold and Bitcoin. We know that gold is a finite natural resource and we can only mine so much of it. Bitcoin is the same, it's a finite digital asset. Only 21 million Bitcoins will ever exist, and we're already up to under 19 million Bitcoins. You'll also notice that over time, the price of Bitcoin and gold increases the rarer they become. The less available gold and Bitcoin becomes, the more demand for it. Plan B also points out that gold and Bitcoin are costly to produce, and this also drives value up. Gold is hard to mine and Bitcoin is hard to mine. Think about a Chanel handbag. Like gold and Bitcoin, Chanel handbags are scarce and they are costly to produce. The controlled supply of Chanel handbags is why they retain value. If Chanel sold cheap faux leather handbags in bulk supply at Kmart, there would be substantially less demand for them, and they definitely wouldn't be worth the thousands of dollars that they are today. So, Bitcoin is like the digital version of gold, and that is why investors see Bitcoin as an extremely attractive hedge against currency inflation and the rising cost of goods and services. According to the Fidelity Digital Assets 2021 Institutional Investor Study, over 52% of institutional investors surveyed across Europe, Asia, and the US hold Bitcoin. Of those investors, 39% see major appeal in digital assets as an innovative technology, and 23% see the value in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as a hedge against inflation. Whether Bitcoin is a better store of value than gold is a lively debate, and I will let you fight that one out in the comments. Hopefully now you have a little bit more of an understanding about the value of cryptocurrency beyond just being a vehicle for investment. Thank you so much for watching this video. You can also follow me over on TikTok and Instagram at the links in my bio. And if you're interested in joining the Happy Spenders Discord community, the link is also in my bio. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much for the love, and I'll see you next time.